The latest protests by the yellow shirts of Thailand's color-coded politics echo similar demonstrations in 2006 against former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. A coalition of royalists and the urban middle class accused the billionaire politician of corruption, and he was deposed by the army in a bloodless coup. Thaksin fled into exile but remains popular among working-class Thais who liked his policies funding healthcare and education. When an opposition Democrat Party leader was chosen as prime minister in 2008, it was the turn of the pro-Thaksin red shirt protesters to paralyze the capital. Made up of largely blue-collar workers and farmers, they see their opponents as urban elitists out of touch with the needs of rural Thais. In 2011, Thaksin's sister Yingluck Shinawatra won election as prime minister. After 2 years of stability, the political rift reopened over an amnesty bill that would have allowed Thaksin to return from exile without facing prison for a corruption conviction. The bill was withdrawn, but Thaksin's opponents demanded the government be replaced by an unelected People's Council. Throughout the dispute, Thailand's king, Bhumibol Adulyadej, has been seen as a crucial rudder. As the country paused to mark his 86th birthday, King Bhumibol said Thailand is at peace because everybody has worked together.
Every Thai should be aware of this and should perform their role for the benefit of the country, which is the stability and security of the country.
Below the king, the most influential entity is the military. The generals have intervened 18 times since the end of the absolute monarchy in 1932. National Security Advisor Sean Boonprakang contends the generals have been strong supporters of the current government.
But the military has, I believe, changed radically since 2006 coup. They have worked with the Prime Minister in diffusing the tension.
But others, such as Panitan Watanayagon, a professor and former spokesman for the Democrat Party government, say the military has been signaling sympathy towards the opposition, and that might explain why police have grown increasingly reluctant to confront the protesters.
They are supporting the country. They didn't say they're supporting the government. So that is a big challenge for Kun Yingluck as a defense minister, trying to get a total support, an absolute support from the military. She seems not to getting that.
The National Security Advisor, a former Red Shirts spokesman, expresses hope Thailand has entered an era where military intervention is relegated to history.
I think the coup is more or less, and I believe is a little bit quite obsolete, but Thailand being Thailand, you never really discount that out.
Whether Thailand can avoid further bloodshed remains unclear, but many hope a lesson has been learned from nearly a decade of political upheaval. Steve Herman, VOA News, Bangkok.